Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are live with the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series for the season finale. We're going to crown a champion right here at Swift tonight. That's right. We will crown a champion. 4 drivers are going to be competing for that title here. And after this race is completed tonight, one of those 4 drivers will be called the Hyperdrive Cup Series champion. Which one of the 4 is going to be the champion is the question. And that is going to get settled. Oh, let's see here. When I click on the right thing, I can see the number of laps, but that is going to get settled 169 laps from now. So in 169 laps, we will find out who will be the Hyperdrive Cup Series champion over here at Swift Motorsports. So that means I got 169 laps of some awesome racing in tap for you. If you have not watched one of these races, then you've been missing out. These guys put on a great show, very competitive series, low caution counts, just really good door-to-door racing, lone green flag runs, green flag pit stops. So these guys got to be on their toes and perfect when they take it to pit road, when you're pitting under green like that, or you can easily get a unsafe pit entry or a speeding penalty, and Phoenix is one of those tracks that can do that to you. So when they get those long runs going on, that's one thing they're going to have to be careful of. And for 4 of these drivers, for 4 of them in particular, that's going to be really important. So do you go ahead and ask it? You want to know who those 4 drivers competing for the title are? Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. One of them has been on fire during the chase so far, and we've seen it. That's Justin Gann in the number 30. So watch out for Gann here at Phoenix. Another one who's really been strong, not just, through the chase, but throughout the season in general, is that's Jason Wells there. Wells is going to be the one to watch out for. Then you got the 3 of Roy Fernandez, who's also in there, and Fernandez was really strong last week. So you keep an eye on it. This is really 4 strong drivers is what we're looking at. The 4th one on that list is going to be the 0-1 of Cody Sleeper. And I'll see if I can find some of these drivers on the track while we're talking about them for a minute. Here's the 0-1 right there, so you know what his car looks like. That's Cody Sleeper. And I said it probably, I don't know, it was probably 4 or 5 races ago maybe. I said that Cody was, actually it was probably 4 races ago, I said Cody was the sleeper in this thing. And really getting all the way to the final 4, I think that was the correct assessment. I believe that he is the sleeper. And I got help coming in the broadcast booth tonight, and I see him waiting. So here we go. Michael McCauley, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Vern? How are you?
Oh, doing great, man. Just getting the broadcast fired up and going over the 4 drivers that are racing it out for a championship here at Phoenix tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, so we were on the 0-1 car right there. There's about 13 minutes left in practice, so 3 cars sitting on pit road currently, and I guess I can change the camera where we can see those cars. There we go. And the 30 cars on pit road, and then we got the 64 car who is on the racetrack. That's going to be Jason Wells in the 64. He is one of the 4 chase drivers. And actually, we'll stay on the car. I can pull a bracket up, but it'll take up the whole screen, and we don't want to do that. We're just going to leave the race up, so normal driver of the Little Mermaid paint schemes, Michael McCauley. It's awesome to have you in the booth, buddy.
No, I appreciate it. Should be a fun night.
Yeah, these guys put on a great show. I was saying it a little bit ago. They're very competitive, but yet very clean at the same time.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of green flag racing, not a lot of caution flags, so makes it really interesting to watch these guys try to stay perfect on those green flag pit stops because we know how hard that can be.
Oh, yeah. I'm just wondering if last week if Roy and Cody showed their hands already with that pit strategy.
That one actually turned out really good, and Roy was able to pull out the win on that last week.
All right.
So, was it Richmond that he won at?
Yeah, that would have been Richmond last week.
Yeah, because Justin won at Charlotte. That's right.
Mm.
Those are two drivers. Those are, I would say the 3 and the 30 are both going to be very potent here tonight.
Yeah.
And if you look at the leaderboard right now in practice, I mean, even though there's 11 minutes to go, Roy Fernandez is sitting on top of the leaderboard. So,
Yeah.
I'd say the 3 cars put his practice in, and he's ready for the chase here tonight. And we figured after the win last week that he'd be one to keep an eye on, and he certainly is.
Yeah, but both tracks are similar, but very different at the same time.
But looking at the speed charts, and this should come no surprise, he was runner-up last week, and he's won twice or 3 times in the chase so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the number 30, right? Or he's won twice in the chase. That's the 30 of Justin Gann.
Mm.
So Gann was runner-up to the 3 last week, and certainly probably one of the favorites coming into tonight. I'd say probably, if not even the favorite coming in.
All right.
We'll go to the 64 there. Jason Wells, definitely a driver you don't want to count out. He's been solid performances. And he competed for the wins, in several of the races this season. And this could be where the elusive win comes for him. And it would be in the form of a championship at that.
Mm-hmm.
So the 64's got a lot on the line. He's 5th on the speed charts, and I'm going to get to another driver that's not in the Final Four, but he was in the chase in a minute, and I'll do it briefly because I want to give a shout-out to the guy for what he's doing tonight. But we're going to look at that 4th car in the chase going for the championship tonight, and that is the 0-1 of Cody Sleeper. And he is the one that I literally called the sleeper when the chase started. He snuck in there. I said it from the beginning. He snuck in there, and the name fit well. And I said he's a sleeper in this chase. And I was correct to the point that he made it through all the rounds to get to the final round of 4 here. I mean,
if I remember last week, he made it in by 1 point to make the Final Four.
Yeah, I mean, he barely got in there. And in fact, it may have even been a tiebreaker that put him in. Michael, I can't remember, but it was close. It was really close. But Cody Sleeper ended up getting the nod in the 4th spot. And even though he's 7th on the speed charts, you never know, man. Somebody, just different pit strategy at the end can make you look golden and put you in victory lane. And I'm going to tell you, watching the racing, all season long and then into the chase, you pretty much have to win the race to win the championship.
Yeah, that's the way it should be too, though.
So I think that that's the mentality you got to have coming in. And you can tell by the speed chart that the 3 has definitely put practice in for it.
Yeah.
So he's following up with that mentality. But the driver outside of the Final Four here that actually was in the chase until he had to step out for a couple of weeks because he had surgery on one of his arms. Well, I noticed that he is here tonight. That's the 51 of Michael Mueller, and he's here tonight. And he's probably driving with one arm. And he's 4th on the speed chart. So I'm going to tell you, one-armed or 2, and even one-footed, that 51 of Michael Mueller has won a ton of races this season, and don't discount him here at Phoenix tonight. In fact, if you want to know the number of wins this driver has throughout the season, and take in mind he's missed 2 races out of 15, he's won 7.
Holy, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive numbers for the driver of this 51 right here. And, I mean, just to be one arm in it and 4th on the speed charts shows how good this guy is.
Oh, yeah.
And we know that Phoenix can be about, you got to work the wheel, but you got to be good with the pedals too.
Yeah.
So you don't want the car breaking loose off the corner, or you don't want to dive on the brakes too hard down on entry and cause the back of the car to get upset. And I'd say the 51 of Michael Mueller there has all that under control, man. I don't think there's going to be any problems there, but we got about 6.5 minutes left in practice. I started the broadcast a little early. This had been about our normal time of starting here, but I knew there was some things to get taken care of, and I wanted to go over and talk about the chase drivers before we get going here tonight. And there'll be some extra interviews coming up on tap after the race here. We're going to crown a champion tonight. And whoever tunes in needs to share the heck out of this. It's the season finale. So get the viewers in here. Let's watch these guys live and show support for them.
Let's see if I can get some people in here.
Man, Bender, thank you, buddy. That means a lot. He said he's got the best broadcast duo ever. I don't know about that, man. I've heard Bestwick and them.
We'll see. I'm new at this.
Get a little DW or something, man, and we have some competition then, Michael.
Yeah.
I think we'll be all right, though, on iRacing. I don't think
Yeah.
we're in too bad a shape. So, and I believe we can get through this one here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, the only downfall is I'm a little delayed. I can't find the league to watch it live, but
All right.
we'll make it do.
Here's what you do. Since I got you in here, we can go ahead and go over it. That way, if anyone else doesn't know, they can do it too. When you do you using the web page or are you using the app?
I'm using the app.
Okay. Go ahead and shut that thing out
All right.
and go to the web page and sign in.
Oh boy, now I got.
I'm gonna teach you something that you probably didn't know that you're gonna like when I do it. You could
I
be.
gotta go get. I gotta go get my password. I don't know my password for this.
Oh man, do you have it saved on a web browser by chance?
I do not.
Oh, gotcha. Well, get
Stuff I should do and I don't do.
the password. Don't give it to us though.
No, I won't. We won't screen share this.
Yeah, don't share that password. Nation will be racing on your account.
Oh, I know. He just wants to take the mermaid.
He's got him a PC coming too, and I really want to thank Cody Williams for that. Cody Williams stepped up and hooked Nation up, so he'll be able to maybe commentate and watch a race live on iRacing and not be a minute or two behind. And
Yeah. It's probably my best investment I made this year. Well, last year.
so you've been on iRacing about a year now?
Oh, yeah. About when COVID started, that's about when I built a PC and got on here.
There you go. And you haven't looked back since.
Nope. Best decision ever.
Little background on me. I joined iRacing before it went public, when it was in beta in 2008. And I've been on here since 2008, since beta. So I think I got a little bit of time here. Some might even say that's experience, but I don't call it that. But I definitely got time, and I started sim racing in 1997, probably.
Wow.
96 maybe. 96 or 97, but
I mean, I've been playing, NASCAR games I've been playing since 98, NASCAR 98.
I bought my first steering wheel. I started with a joystick, and most people back then did, and I bought my first steering wheel in 1999. And it was called an Interact V3. So if anyone wanted to Google that, they'd see what kind of. You actually, the wheel sat in your lap. You set your legs over the base of it,
Mm.
and the wheel was between your legs. It was crazy. And it had two of the most janky plastic pedals that you've ever seen in your life. But
they'd break today if I were to use them.
I threw that thing away years ago, and I wish I still had that set now. I'd probably be a couple of tenths a lap faster.
Yeah.
So let me know when you get that opened up, and I'm going to talk you through the easy way to watch these.
Yep, I got it up now.
All right, so if you have that up and you're signed in, what you want to do is you see where it says Race Now in the top right?
Yes.
Okay, do you see anything there? Is there a car picture loaded up, or is it blank?
Yeah, I've hit race now. There's the truck from last night.
Okay, go over to the left and hit Sessions. Just click Sessions or click Schedule or something over there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, if you look, you're going to have a brand new bar now. And that new bar is going to be right under this. It'll say Home on the left, Find Official Races, Hosted Leagues. Do you see all that now?
Yeah.
Okay, go to Find Official Races. And
All right.
go scroll down to Watch, Ghost, Crew, or Spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then go over and scroll down to Hosted Races. And then click on that, and it's going to bring up all the hosted races. If you click on session name, just where it says session name under that, if you click on it a couple times, it'll put it in alphabetical order. And you scroll down until you see Swift Motorsports. And then you go to the right, and where you'd normally click to drive, and you'll be able to watch the broadcast watch the race right on iRacing.
Nice. That's actually simple.
Yeah, it's really simple to do on the web interface. I couldn't even tell you how to do it on the app because I don't know how. I don't use it.
No, actually, I mean, it sucks. When I got into iRacing, I got familiar with this, and then that's when they changed everything. It's like, of course, as soon as I get familiar with something, that's when they're going to change it on me.
Yeah, they. I know that they took that bar away when you go on the initial page, and when I first seen that, I'm like, oh no, they're forcing me to that app.
Yeah.
And it kind of, the way I set races up is I wasn't always, on the computer I broadcast on or raced on, and I'd be on a laptop or something that won't run the iRacing app. And I need to be able to set the races up remotely from anywhere, so there had to be a place to do that.
Yeah.
And it worked out, and I think we're in qualifying now. Practice is over, so we are headed to qualifying, and I believe the 51 might be on track, or maybe not. Or yes, he is. We switch the camera views right there. Michael Mueller in the 51. Man, that car come through there, moving the wind and shaking the whole camera. So let me know if you have any problems getting in there. Thank you, Tim. Hey,
Yeah,
what?
she's still loading here.
What can I say? I got Michael McCauley in the booth, so that took us up 300-plus broadcast points tonight. We'll probably pick up another dozen subscribers by the end of this one.
Yeah, we'll try to push them.
You got the crew coming in for sure, Michael.
Yeah, I'm trying. We'll try to get past 20.
I'll tell you what, man. I mean, it's still early in qualifying, but Mueller has got that thing P1 right now, that 51, and he's doing it with one arm. So he's going to complete his qualifying. We're going to jump on with a 32 right here, Darren Clement. Clement is currently sitting 5th on the board. And he's going to call it quits. So I'll find that 3 of Roy Fernandez, one of your 4 chase drivers that are going for the championship here tonight. Did it load?
Yeah, we got it loaded now. Trading Paint's loading up now, too. So
there you go. That's the easiest way to do that. So 3's going to shut her down as he's going to go P2 on the board. And I seen the 64 Wells is sitting at the end of pit road, and he's going to go out for his qualifying lap. We missed the 01, so we'll go back and now I lost Wells. There we go. He's on the track. Clicked on a different car that wasn't there, so we're watching another one of the chase drivers here. That's going to be the 64 Jason Wells. And we're going to see if he can overcome the 51 car and go to the top of the board here.
If Michael Mueller's driving one-handed, that's pretty impressive.
Great lap. I don't think Justin Gans went either. He's on the track right now. So watching the 64 Jason Wells, one of the 4 going for the championship here tonight. We'll have to see what kind of lap he puts down coming out of turn 4. Timing and scoring says P5 for the 64 on that lap. Justin Gann. He laid down a lap, didn't he? 3rd on the board. Oh, and he's loose on his 2nd lap. But he saved it. He was sideways, and it put him sideways halfway through that dog leg. And he saved it. So, awesome job there, Justin. I appreciate, Michael, I appreciate you getting in the booth here tonight and bringing some fans in.
Yeah, least I can do. If my broadcast skills suck, at least I can give you some more viewers.
So Bender's going to be the captain now because you're a pro announcer.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got moved up to pro, though, because I never considered WFO pros.
It's broadcasted. It's pro.
So we are at the end of qualifying, and they will have a little longer break between qualifying and when they grid for the race because they're actually going to do a driver's meeting in between qualifying and the race here. So it'll switch. It'll switch to the gridding session, but they got a longer time allotment for gridding. So it'll be a couple of minutes, and the guys will start loading in as they get the driver's meeting out of the way. And we got 169 laps, I believe I've seen. It'll go quickly with the limited number of cautions.
Last week, 1 caution last week?
Yeah, I think there was 1 caution flag at Richmond last week. So, and it came late in the race, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, was that the early one?
I think that was pretty early.
Yeah, I think that was even before they did their first round of pit stops. So
yeah.
So I'm not a pro, I'm a legend. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever go down on YouTube as a legend for this. I'm going to have to change the name up in the top left-hand corner. We'll put Vernon Michael, the legend and the pro. Let's do that.
Yeah, not the village idiots tonight. It's the legend and pro.
Yep, not village idiots, legend and pro tonight. Oh, we don't have any fire in this broadcast, though.
No.
No, not on Thursday nights. I don't have that theme loaded up is why. Well, Michael McCauley is becoming a legend quickly. And this guy drives a Little Mermaid paint scheme. And that's all right in my book, because Ariel is hot.
Isn't there a live action, actually?
A what?
Wasn't there a live action Little Mermaid? We're going with the live action.
The live action one. You going to make a live action one on your car?
I should try.
You could try to do that. A little bit of 3D work and stuff. Heck, maybe Nation could even work on a paint like that.
Yeah, put them to work.
Get Nation busy on it. So I think we're getting ready to grid here. We got the 28 of Andrew Mraz, who has made his way to the grid. And he's the only one of the drivers so far who've made his way to the grid, but he's sitting there and his car is running. Does that mean he's burning more fuel, technically, Michael?
He could be if he's revving it. I'm one of those ones that rev it on the line, so yeah, if he's like me, he's burning fuel right now.
Well, if he loads in first and he's idling longer, he's going to burn more fuel than the guys that load in later, right?
Yeah.
That could
Not a whole lot, but
that could potentially make a guy pit a lap earlier.
potentially.
So now we got one of the chase drivers, one of the final ones, the final four here, loaded in. That's going to be the 0-1 of Cody Sleeper. Oh, you're not kidding. That car would need to be censored heavily. Be careful, Bender Nation's probably watching. Nation's funny. He did one of these with me over here one night. And then tonight he told me, he said, I think I had to leave that Discord server. And I said, for what, Nation? And he said, too many notifications. I said, a feller can turn those off, right? I don't think he realized he could turn the notifications off.
Yeah, I think I joined yesterday. Within the first 5 minutes, I had like 3 or 4 notifications. I was like, okay, this is getting muted right now.
So now we got the another one of our 4 chase racers going for the championship, and man, I'm still going to say it. That 3's fast.
Yeah.
Roy Fernandez, we seen what he did last week, and man, he's fast. And the 51 obviously is fast, one-armed or not. I mean, this guy, 7 wins this season. The only thing I'd be concerned with him having one arm is being able to stay consistent for 169 laps.
Yeah, that, or depending how strong his force feedback is, he actually might get pretty tired too.
I'd have probably shut that off. So I don't usually make bets on this because I mean 7 times this season I could have betted on the 51 and got it every time, but I'm not gonna put any bets on him. I'm gonna say to keep an eye on the 3 of Roy Fernandez.
Yeah, I mean I think your winner's gonna come from the top 4.
I don't know, man. You got that 0-1 sitting right behind him, right behind the 64 there, and he's been the sleeper, and that sleeper might just win the title tonight.
Yeah. As long as he stays up there with them when it's go time.
It's 169 laps long, so these guys got to watch out, especially these 4 chase racers, that they don't have any problems here. There's no fast repairs, so if you damage that car, man, you're living with it for the rest of the night. So you want to keep that baby as straight as possible. There we get a look at the pole sitter, the 51, Michael Mueller, and I don't even think I gridded. Mueller sitting on the pole. Roy Fernandez to the outside. Third's Justin Gann. Fourth is going to be the 64, Jason Wells. Fifth is Andrew Mrazin, a 28. 0-1 of Cody Sleeper, 6th. Casey Duncan in the 18, 7th. Darren Clement in the 32, 8th. 9th is going to be Gary Wells in the 11, and 10th will be Jonathan Cogswell. Then in 11th is the 10 of David Medina Sr., and that's your starting grid, and we're green flagging racing. I did that one in a hurry, didn't I?
That was pretty quick. That was impressive.
So the 51 right there, Michael Mueller, he's already starting to feel a little heat from that 3-car Roy Fernandez. And just like always, I'm going to restart my timing and scoring screen here. It's just a thing with the overlays that I use.
Mm.
Man, that 3rd place battle's heating up back there, Michael.
Yeah. It's like a 4-car battle back there right now.
Got the 30 again, the 28 of Mraz, and the 64 of Jason Wells, and there's that 0-1 right behind the 64, right where he started.
And they're using that apron already and that dog leg there.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you don't need to drive the car in a straight line when you're doing this. So your unique skill set might come in handy.
Yeah.
So Gann is in the 30 there is going to pretty much make it known that he's keeping that third spot for now. He's got a little breathing room opened up on the 28 and the 64, but that 64 is starting to put a little pressure on the 28.
Yeah, they're starting to pull away from the 01 too right now.
So you see him starting to separate a little bit, 5 laps in, and these Cup cars are a little bit heavier than what we see with the ARCA car and the trucks, and you can certainly abuse the tire a little bit faster with this car. So we might be seeing some of that, but I'll tell you what, that 51 is so far 6 laps in, he's pretty much a rocket.
Yeah, and it looks like Justin Gans actually might be catching Roy now too.
Yeah, and Fernandez is a sharp driver. He looks at the big picture, and he would be the kind of guy that would cut back a little bit and save on the tires. So he may not be pushing it right now just so he can have tires for later in the run here.
Yeah.
I do know they run 60% fuel. So at 60%, I don't know what a fuel run is here.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you on that one.
I'll find out when they make their first pit stop. I'm going to venture somewhere around, I don't know, 35 laps maybe.
Yeah, I'd say between 35 and 40. I'd say that's when they would be pitting here.
So we're taking a look at Gann here, and Gann does look like that he's pulling in the 3 a little bit, but I'll tell you the 28 and the 64 look like they're reeling Gann in a little bit too. Oh, and Bender, Jeffrey, since we got you guys tuned in and watching, can you hear the car sounds okay? Does it sound a little bit louder, better, maybe? We'll go with better, not just louder, but better. I worked on that a little bit. We'll have to see what they say in the chat there.
Looks like the 64 is trying to find a way around the 28 right now.
Yeah, Mueller's up 1.1 seconds. Awesome. Thank you, Bender. He's killing it, man. 1.2 seconds now. If he's one-arming it, that's crazy.
That's impressive. I couldn't do that two-handed.
So we'll do a quick through the field ride here. I'll do the first 5. You can do the last 4. How's that?
All right.
All right, so we'll go with our leader right here. 1.7 seconds in front. 1.3. Timing and score might have messed up. That's going to be Michael Mueller right where he started, P1. Go back to the second spot. It's going to be the first of our final 4 championship chase drivers. That's the number 3 of Roy Fernandez running P2. Back in third, you'll see the 30 of Justin Gann, another one of the final 4 chase drivers going for a championship here. Gann currently sitting third. Then you go back to fourth, you're going to find the 28 of Andrew Mraz. He's actually a teammate to the 51, and Mraz is somebody really fast. He's got wins too. And being a teammate of the 51, you know that he'll have some speed, so definitely don't want to ever count the 28 car out. So we'll go to fifth, and we see the 64 Jason Wells, another one of the chase drivers here in the final 4 going for a championship. And Wells has the 64 car safely in the top 5. Go ahead, Michael.
All right, and then in 6 we got Jonathan, the 27 car. Looks like he actually just passed Cody, so he's actually working his way up from starting 10th. And we got in 7th place, we got Cody Sleeper, just hanging in there right now, probably just buying some time. And then 7th place, we got Casey Duncan. Started, he started 7th, dropped back to 8th right now, just hanging in there. And then in 9th place, we got Gary Wells right now.
Oh, digging the paint job on that 11 car, by the way.
Let me get a better look at that.
It's not hard to see Jim Beam all over that one.
That's a good one.
So you get props on the paint. You get the paint job award for the race there, Gary. If there was such an award. Some of these guys might need a shot of that after this one's over tonight. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, but you never know. Heck, we might need one after it's over.
Yeah, heck, maybe Michael Mueller is actually driving too. He took a couple shots of that before the race.
Yeah, he could have. The gap's not opening up anymore, Michael.
No. You actually having 3rd and 4th battle going on right now. That Justin Gann's getting pressure from Andrew Perez.
Yeah,
Jason Wells is actually getting that right now.
Where it looks like the 3 might be able to hold pace here, you're right. It's like the 30 might be backing up a little bit, but, man, that 28's under fire from that 64, and he has been for several laps now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to go for the pass now, right through the dog leg. And they're going to be side by side down in 3 and 4.
It's just so hard to get that pass done on the inside there. You almost need to be on the outside to get that pass done.
Yeah, you get such a good run being up in that second lane down in 3 and 4, and that's where the 64 wasn't able to go. And the 28 just got such a good run right there.
And you see that battle because of that. The 30's starting to pull away from him now.
I'm noticing something, though, watching the gap at the top of the screen, and that 3's reeling in that 51 a little bit.
Yeah, like you said, if he was saving his tires early, this is going to be beneficial the later part of this run.
You see, look at the run the 64 got. He didn't go down on the dog leg that time, and he pulled up probably 3 car lengths right there. Look at the corner exit right here. He's all over the back of the 28.
Yeah, he's going for it again here. Oh, nope, thought twice about it.
He thought about it, but the 28 was going to come down there, and he probably wouldn't have had time to react to stop, and that would have been a collision. So the 64 really made the smart move. If you're one of these Ford Chase drivers, you don't really want to risk it for the biscuit on lap 20.
No, there's no point right now.
You're thinking championship, and, to finish first, you must what? First finish.
Yeah.
So probably better off in that situation to lay back and fight another day. I don't know if Sleeper's saving tires, but there's a long way to go for him to get it figured out. Even if he don't have the track down real good, I mean, he's got a long way to go here to figure it out.
That leads down to half a second now.
I told you that 3 was fast. Well, one thing I can pretty much, or you can bank on, anyone can bank on, is this guy has probably been putting a laps in since last week. And before that, because he really pulled off a nice pit maneuver last week, and it put him in victory lane, and he's on a different level. I think that boosted his confidence enough coming into Phoenix that it made Roy Fernandez probably the most dangerous driver here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, what he did last week, though, on those older tires and held off the pack there for that long.
That was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
It really was. And what he did was those guys, the 30 was racing hard with the 64. And they really cooked their tires and the 3 was able to take advantage of that and capitalize off of it. But he's running Mueller down.
Yeah. He's probably going to be there within 3 laps, so I'd say we're going to have a battle for the lead.
I think
if not sooner.
I think I see a downfall to racing with one arm now. I think you burn your tires up faster.
Yeah.
Probably not turning as smoothly in the corner is what you would if you're used to racing with both hands. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And he may be snatching the car a little bit or something that the tires don't like, and because that lead's gone, man. 0.3 of a second.
If you watch Mueller too, it seems like he's entering in lower and exiting lower, so he might be actually using his tires a little more, staying that low side.
Yeah, he's starting to use the corner up on exit now, and I don't know if that's by choice or not. Sometimes, man, that right front gets to wearing pretty good, and you send it. But another guy that's not going away or fading out here, 30 car, Justin Gann, he's been able to separate himself, and we got a smoker.
Oh, Michael Mueller.
Oh, man, our leader. You know what? We ain't got to burn down the fire or nothing. He must have just got loose on corner exit. We're going to go back and take a quick look at it. There's not going to be a caution because it happened down below that yellow line.
Yeah.
But we see him coming out of 4 right here. The car got loose on him right out of turn 4. And he bounces it off the inside wall. And it's down at the bottom of the track. He's going to stay going right here. And we're going to stay green flag and racing. So that may have been a product of racing with one arm.
It could have been there.
So your new leader is the 3. And, man, I'll tell you, he might have been driving. He could have even been driving a little harder because of 3.
Yeah, he might have felt pressure there and thought it was time to go.
He looked in the rearview mirror, and that number 3 was getting big. It wasn't shrinking like it did at the beginning of the race. It was definitely getting bigger in his mirror. And they say that things in the mirror might be larger than they appear, right?
Yeah. Looks like Michael Mueller might have actually parked it after that, too.
I'll tell you what, though, I don't know which one of these guys is going to be the long-run ace here because that 30's catching the 3. We'll watch it. I don't think they'll be able to go entirely too many more laps before they got to stop for fuel here.
Mm.
The lead is stabilized right now at about 1 second flat between the 3 and the 30, but it went down to 9/10 that lap. Now down to 8/10 after that corner. The 30's catching them. Remember, this is just the first run on fuel and tires here.
Yeah, they got to be pitting here soon. They're on lap, 32 right now?
Yeah, they're 32, so we guess between 35 and 40.
Yeah, so they got to be thinking about pitting in. I wonder if you're going to have Jason Wells or someone further back kind of short pit this, see if they can gain some ground on the leaders.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that might even be something we see out of the 0-1 back here, Cody Sleeper. He's sitting back in the 6th position right now, so it certainly wouldn't be a bad move to come in a little bit early and make up some of that track position. You got Wells is only about 1.8 seconds back, and he has finally gotten around to 28, by the way.
He's gapped to 28 real quick, too.
He's another one that probably saved on those tires a bit. You know, going to save it for the long run right here. But he's 2.3 seconds behind the leader, and the leader's only up 0.7 of a second right now over second. So they're going to take lap 35 as they cross the line right there. Half a second. That's the lead.
He's closing quick now.
It opened up a little more, though. It looked like the 30 might have got a little bit too much off of the turn back there. Here comes the 3-car pit road. So this is where you got to be careful, not make a mistake. We see the 3 backed it down early. Very careful coming on the pit road here. Easiest way to lose a race that might look like it's going to go green for a long time, or the whole race. Easiest way to lose it, speeding on pit road.
Yeah, it's not hard to do too, especially when this one might be 45.
Yeah, it's probably around 40, 35 or 40 even. So the 3 is going to make it to his pit stall. No problem. Here comes the 0-1 right here, Cody Sleeper. And we are keeping an eye on these drivers because they are 2 of the 4 chase drivers in the field. So now it's going to come down to how long does the 30 stay out and the 64 stay out. And I'll tell you right now, man, that 64, we thought the 30 was coming on. That 64 is coming on.
Yeah. Is that the 30 coming in now? Yep, he's coming in. No, I thought he was coming in that time.
No, he's not coming in. And I'm watching the. I'm going to watch the timer and the timing and scoring here, because if he's gaining on him like I think he is, then he may want to go ahead and stop.
Yeah.
That 64 was about almost 2 seconds behind him, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So he was able to turn it up for a little bit, but it looks like the lead kind of stabilized here. It's been at 1 second flat now for a couple of laps, and maybe the 30 made a little bit of mistake coming off a corner or something, and the 64 gained some ground. These guys are going to stretch it to about 40 laps here.
I mean, it doesn't look like fall off when they're looking at their lap times. It doesn't look like fall off's too bad. I mean, if 1 second's not terrible for a 40-lap run.
No, it's not. And that's about been the that's been close to that. I think the fast lap for Gann was a 27.080. His last lap was a 28.805, so little second and a half there.
Yeah.
That's not bad. But it's still 1 second flat is the distance between the 30 and 64. Actually, it just increased because I believe the 64 has decided to bring the Alienware machine to pit road, and there's damage on the right side of that car.
Yeah, I wonder when he got that.
I'm going to say that maybe racing hard with the 28 for a spot, or he exited the corner and the wall got him. One or the other did that. So I'm looking at where Fernandez is at right here, and he's currently scored in the 4th position. And he's going to be the first car that pitted, and he was the leader when he pitted, so he may open up a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what by the line here, how far behind he is from the 30.
Might be able to take a little bit different camera view here and see it.
He's probably about...
Oh, blimp view, and I'll go to the 30. The 30 was in the dog leg.
He's got to be like 10 to 12 seconds behind him.
30's coming out of 4 now. He's back a ways. We'll have to see how long these first 3 cars stay out here.
Yeah, I'm shocked they pushed it this far.
Gann's up about, 5 seconds over Jonathan Cogswell, so.
Yeah.
He's got 44 laps on his tires and his fuel. I didn't think they could go that far.
No, I mean, he's running 28 and a half, so I mean, that's not bad.
That's a 28.5 the last lap, right on the money.
Oh, he's coming in this lap.
Yeah, look who was caught him that fast, though. That's what new tires do.
Yeah. We'll see how big of a lead Roy has here.
The 3 almost run him down and took his lap back on his own. Gann's going to be faster, obviously, because he'll be on fresh tires, but what's the distance going to be, and, you know, what can the guy even overcome it during a fuel run is the question. I can certainly say that after last week, I have not seen a driver better on old tires than the driver of that 3 car.
No, like I said, I was impressed on that run when he stretched it out longer than I thought he could and held off the whole field.
But he is not the leader yet. The leader is, in fact, the 27 right here, Jonathan Cogswell. And Cogswell's not pitted, but the other one who has not made a pit stop is this driver right here, and that's the 28 of Andrew Mraz. And, man, I can tell you the back of that car doesn't look like he's been playing. Someone played nice with him there.
No. Oh, he's sideways there coming into the pits.
Oh. Man, I thought those barrels were going to get had.
Yeah.
I thought he had the barrels or they were getting had, or, man,
he came in hot there.
Look at the damage on that. Yeah, that back right corner is certainly took a beating. Looked like.
Well, the 18's actually in the pits too with a lot of damage, so I wonder if they got into it on the track a while ago.
So we'll take a look there. Casey Duncan's got damage to the nose, don't he?
Yeah.
There's a good possibility that the 2 bumpers connected. That would do it. So now the 27, impressive. Coming up on 50 laps, he's going to stay out again. Jonathan Cogswell, he might be on a whole different fuel game here.
Yeah, Justin Gann just unlapped himself there.
And the 27 still out on the racetrack. Gann's going to get his lap back, and well, that's the risk you take when you stay out that long. Is the guys are gonna they're faster than you, so they're going to come around you. But probably his end game is making one less pit stop than those guys.
Yeah, I mean, if Jonathan has nothing really to play for, I mean, might as well try to be spoiler and go for the win.
Yeah, just play the long game. And I'm not so sure that he's not doing that. He's cutting laps 28.9, so you're right. Once the tires fall off to a certain point, they don't seem to fall off anymore.
Yeah. Here he comes now.
51 laps. Be 52 as he comes into pit road, so... Well, take him to, 104 on the next stop? I'd say 102 to be safe, 103.
Yeah.
Oh, he still couldn't make it from there.
Now, unless he tries to short pit the last one, like do a stop and go to finish it out or something.
Take those last 2 stops and maybe split them in half.
Yeah.
To take advantage of it, but at that point, any of them could do that. So, after the pit stops have taken place, the 3 car of Roy Fernandez has reassumed the lead, and he is 2.883 seconds ahead of the 64 Jason Wells, and Wells is 2.6 seconds ahead of Cody Sleeper, and Cody Sleeper is 2.1 seconds ahead of the 30 of Justin Gann. So that's how all that shook out.
I thought Roy would have a bigger lead than that on Justin.
I did too, and I think it's not Justin Gann he needs to worry about right now. It's the 64 Jason Wells behind him.
Yep.
If I'm looking at tires right, and I am, Roy's got 18 laps on his tires right now. The 64's only got 13 laps on his.
Mm-hmm.
The 01 has 18 on his because we've seen him come to pit road with Roy.
Yeah.
And Justin Gann's only got 8 on his, but Andrew Mraz behind him has only got 6, and of course Jonathan Cogswell's only got 2. And Casey Duncan, who was wrecked and down 19 laps, has only got a lap on his. So I think we'll do an onboard through the field right here. I'm going to change my camera view, and we're going to start with the leader. And he's been your leader for a little while. He's one of the 4 championship contenders here at Phoenix tonight. That's the number 3 of Roy Fernandez. Riding a lap around Phoenix inside the 3 car. Watch it. We'll watch the smoothness and learn from it that has got him to the point here at Phoenix. None of that made sense to me, but I said it anyway. So there's a lap with the leader. Let's go back to second place, and he's looking pretty good out of his windshield. Although you can see that damage on the right front of that race car.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it's really affecting him right now. That 3's getting bigger and bigger here.
He's burning it down, ain't he?
Yeah.
1 second's all he's got to make up right now, and he's been steadily picking the time off. And we seen how fast the 64 was at the end of the last run, at the end of that first run.
Yeah.
So the 64 is definitely, well, I said it when we talked about the championship 4 contenders here, that he's one that can certainly he can certainly get up there and make this his win, his first win this season, and win a championship doing it. So Jason Wells, that's a lap with him, second place. So another one of our 4 championship contenders is the 0-1 of Cody Sleeper, and he went on the pit strategy with the leader, the 3 car there of Roy Fernandez, and Cody's found himself right here in the top 3, and it's nice when you can look out the windshield and see first and second. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you know that you hang on and you keep doing what you're doing, man, and you can put yourself in striking distance, and maybe you can go for a win or a championship. Both the same time. Man, it sounded like his car was missing. I don't know how he made it do that.
Yeah, it seems like he's struggling a little bit right now.
Oh, there goes Gann in the 30. He was the next one we're going on board with, and we're going to go there now. So Justin Gann just slid around the, what car number was that? The 0-1? Yeah.
Yep.
He slid around him, and Gann's up to 3rd now, and Gann's claim to fame right now is going to be that he's got 10 lap fresher tires in the leader and 5 lap fresher tires in second place. So the 30's certainly on the move. Just listening to the throttle pickup right here.
He almost cut a half second that lap, too.
Nice and smooth. Yeah, you can see him out the windshield. There's a lap with the 30 car, Justin Gann. So we were on board with Cody Sleeper. We're going to go on board with the 27 here, Jonathan Cogswell. You can tell that right front is wearing and the car's real tight.
Yeah.
You look at that red line in the middle of that steering wheel and look how far left it goes. He's got that thing pointed way to the west. I think you want it right around the northwest position, don't you?
Yeah.
I like mine more towards the north, you know?
Yeah.
The straighter you can drive off a corner, obviously, the faster you're going to be, but tracks like this make it a little bit impossible to do that. You go through this sweeping corner at Phoenix, and then all of a sudden you're at the end of it, and that corner is abruptly coming to an end.
both corners are completely different though too. You would think they'd be similar, but they're not.
They are, and then you got that dog leg, which kind of, after the tires wear, you can see how much wheel he's got in it even through the dog leg.
Yeah.
So that's how you know a car's tight, when you got the wheel jack left going through the dog leg. And we'll watch him right here as he goes into turns 1 and 2. He comes out of 2 right here. And just look at how far the wheels turn left there.
He's not even really getting it straight out of the turn at all.
It's that. Oh, wow. Look how far left it went that time. Good onboard view. So we'll go to our, I believe it's going to be our only other driver in the field. That's the 18 at Casey Duncan. I believe Andrew Mraz may have taken it behind the wall and retired the Ford. And I'll tell you, we got the 4 shooting it out for a championship, running 1st through 4th, and then we got a couple other guys hanging on here. You see Duncan looking at the back of the 30 car, Justin Gann. And you're right, man. The front of that car has definitely seen some contact somewhere.
Yeah.
He's got fresher tires than the leaders do, though.
The only nice thing with Phoenix, it's not really a aero track. I mean, some aero is going to hurt, but not terrible.
He's actually catching the 30 of Gann right there.
Yeah, I think he only has 5 laps on these tires right now.
Yeah, I'm showing 7 as he went across the line on that set of tires, so he don't have much on him.
No.
You see that all the leaders are right in front of him there. There's the 30 of Justin Gann. In front of him is going to be that 64 Jason Wells, and then, of course, leading this thing. And I'm impressed with that 3 car. Again,
yeah, Jason got up there within like about a half second now, and it's just stayed there.
It's just stabilized. I'm telling you, man, that's the master of old tires. And that's what you got to do to win championships. And the 30 was really running those guys down, but he's kind of just settled out too now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was worried about, you know, when he stayed out a lot later than what the 3 and the 01 did. Was it too long? You know what I mean? At what point is it too long? And I think it could play to his advantage in the next 2 pit stops, because he's going to have more choices opened up on how far he wants to go with it. And we are less than 100 laps away now as we complete lap 72. We're not quite halfway, but we're less than 100 laps. We're close to halfway. And when there's no caution flags, it goes quickly.
Oh, it definitely does.
And we're going to get back to a regular view. I was getting dizzy. Watching too many in-car views like that will do that to you, so we're going to have to go back to a regular view, I think. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the race. I'm enjoying being in the booth here. I'm really happy to have Michael McCauley in here with me. And
yeah, no, I'm enjoying it right now.
you don't think it's competitive? We're 74 laps in, and look at the battle for second. Oh, that ain't a battle for second.
That's Casey Duncan coming back.
That's Casey Duncan taking fresh tires around our second-place driver. So 75 green flag racing laps so far at Phoenix Raceway. In the final race of the season, we will crown a champion tonight, and it's going to come from one of 4 drivers, either your leader, Roy Fernandez, who's 1.7 seconds in the lead, or the driver we was looking at, the 64 right here, Jason Wells, 1.7 seconds behind Roy, or behind him, not very far, less, 7/10 of a second is going to be the 30 of Justin Gann.
Yeah.
And probably the farthest one back right now is this driver. That's the 0-1 of Cody Sleeper. But like I said, you know, we still got 90 laps to go. Somewhere around there. So anything can happen.
Yeah, and green flag pit stops, they're never easy, especially here. So it's like one little mistake that can kill your race here.
Yeah, so grab you a drink, sit back, relax, enjoy this thing until we get to an ending here. It's far from over. We're going to see an epic championship battle before this thing ends. As you see the 18 right there, Casey Duncan. I give that feller credit, Michael. He got one back the hard way.
Yeah. And it's not fun, too, being he's now 26 laps down. I mean, these races are painful when you're that many laps down. Like, you don't even want to run. So, I mean, give him credit, too, for just sticking in it and running it.
All right, so now we're getting close to a battle for second. As we get later in this run right here, the 30 has caught the 64. You're looking at 5 laps difference between the two cars on tires.
Two completely different lines, too, that they're running right now.
64 running up a lane. Oh, I think the 64 just scraped the outside wall. And I believe he's going to lose that second spot to the 30. I'm telling you, looking at the laps up there now, if I'm the 64, bring her to pit road.
Yeah.
What do you got to lose at this point? You know what I mean?
But they're going to make 2 stops anyway, so yeah.
Exactly. If you got to make 2 stops, as soon as here he comes.
He must be listening.
Man, I'm telling you, it's real smart to do that. He just lost the position, and you make a stop a lap early, and you get the spot back. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So good move from the 64, and we'll have to see how that works out. But, man, it could be a move like that that'd make all the difference between winning the race and finishing second or third.
Yeah. Now I wonder if Roy or Justin's going to follow him in now.
I'm going to tell you that, you know, I said to watch out for the 3 car. He definitely had the momentum coming in here after playing that strategy last week and winning the race. And, man, he's obviously put the time in. But he is on 10-lap older tires than Justin Gann. And he has been 46 laps on this fuel run, Michael.
Wow.
So the 3 car of Fernandez, he short pitted, you know, by 10 laps on Gann the last time. And he's just stretching it out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would think that the advantage would go to Gann, but Gann's really not picking off too much time from the 3 car.
No, actually, the 3's actually starting to pull away now.
And that could be a product of the 30 using a little more tire trying to get back up there. But the advantage here is when the 30 catches you pit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you that these guys have stayed out long enough now that I know who the leader's going to be after this cycle's out. And so do you.
Oh, yeah. He's passing Cody right now. So he's about 8 seconds behind him. Like, it's not going to take much time to get up there.
Yeah, and at 49 laps, 50 laps, I'm wondering when the 3's going to come to pit road. But, man, if you're able to do that on old tires, what's the rush?
Yeah. But he just ran a 26.6.
To a 28.6 to a 28.5.
Here he comes now.
Here he comes to pit road. Man, and that 30 had dove down in that corner. I'll tell you, that's something that I like about the 3s. Very conservative getting to pit road.
Yeah.
But that could come back to bite you because I can tell you that the 64 was not that conservative.
He ran a weird line in there, too. He was right against that inside wall, too.
Well, I think he's playing it safe on those pit road entries because, like I said, I mean, that's the easiest way to lose one of these things. You get an unsafe entry or busted for speeding on pit road, your race is over, man.
Yeah.
You're either held for 40 seconds and you're going to get lapped a couple times at Phoenix, or you got to come in for a stop and go, and that's just disastrous. So the 3's nice and safe right here on pit road exit, it looks like, and he's going to go up through the gears, but I'm going to tell you, I like what this driver, the 64 Alienware machine, did.
And we got Justin Gann coming in now.
So the 64 right here of Jason Wells was the first of these guys to pit, and that was 6 laps ago. And we're going to see what 6 laps out here on fresh tires has been able to do for him as we watch the 30 of Justin Gann make his pit stop. And just think, after this Nix run, Michael, this might switch up and Gann might come to pit road first.
Oh, it definitely could.
Or Fernandez might have stretched it out there so he ain't got to stretch it as far again. Anything could happen at this point, literally.
Yeah.
Because we are looking at their second pit stops, right?
Yes.
So we know a third round's going to be coming. And you see the 3 is ahead of the 30. And, of course, this guy's on a whole different schedule from these guys.
Oh,
we got a caution
here.
18 car having some problems, and I'll tell you one thing he did that might be a blessing for him is he removed the rest of that damaged front end. But I'm not sure how he did it. So let's take a look at a replay right here. We're watching the 18 Serve Pro car loose out of 4. Hard into the inside wall, and well, that changes things up a bit.
Yeah, Cody Sleeper's a lap down right now, but he should get the lucky dog.
Well, I'll tell you, that 18 car's still running, and it's not smoking and broken, so that's a good sign that that feller might be able to continue on.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now who that was a huge break for. The 27. Jonathan Cogswell. Also a big break for the 0-1 of Cody Sleeper because he had fallen back quite a bit. Or was it Sleeper a lap down, ain't he?
Yeah, he's a lap down right now, so he's going to get the lucky dog here.
He's only got 4 laps on his tires, so he's going to have to... Will he get the lucky dog?
Yeah, I think he'd take the lucky dog, and he's almost has to pit to get back on the same strategy as everybody else.
Yeah, we'll take a...
Yeah, he took the lucky dog here.
Well, we'll see at the start-finish line. It'll wave him around if he got it. And there he goes. It took him a second to wind her up there.
Yeah.
Feller had me nervous he wasn't a lucky dog, but he wasn't caught up in nothing from that incident, so. All right, so if you're the 30 or you're the 3 of Fernandez, and Fernandez did the right thing. I don't care if I got a few laps on my tires. Guess where I'm headed?
Oh, you have to. If everybody around you does, you kind of have to right now, especially when you're going for that championship.
Dude, that's 4 free ones with a tank of fuel.
They don't have a tire limit in this league, do they?
No, I think they're unlimited tires, so. Man, it just... It didn't work out for the 0-1 that well.
No.
It really didn't. And I think he's going to be able to get his lap back, though, and get the pit road right here. So he's going to get 4 tires. And
he'll be right back in it.
Yeah, there's not that many cars in the field, so it won't affect him that bad. But Cogswell, man, I mean, the 27's kind of put himself right up here in the action. I think Gann in the 30 is going to actually stay out. So he's got a few laps on his tires, and you got the 27 there, Jonathan Cogswell on 4 fresh ones, and the 3 of Roy Fernandez. Good move from the 3 car.
Yeah.
The 64, I believe, he pitted as well, so he's going to be on fresh tires on the restart. And don't get me wrong, man. I don't think 3 laps on the 30 is going to make a huge difference.
It shouldn't.
It may fire off quicker. But, I mean, I've seen how fast that 3 was on 10-lap older tires than the 30 had.
Yeah, I want to know his secret to saving tires.
No doubt. I need some
I
of that.
Yeah, I need that.
I need a whole truckload of it. It's been a great race, though. I mean, this close a racing for that many laps is just insane. And they did it green flag for 90 of them, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
And we're 2x2 now, which means we're getting ready for that restart. Justin Gann, one of the chase drivers here, going for the championship tonight, is going to be restarting kind of where you want to when you're going. Oh, we're back to green flag. I didn't have it up to, I didn't have the, that was my fault. I didn't go back to live. And we already got a battle for the lead. The 3 of Roy Fernandez is going for it, and Cody Sleeper is around the 64. Ooh. That 3 car kind of did a 4-wheel slide, and I thought it might end up in the side of the 30, but it worked out for him.
Yeah.
And you got your first, all 4 going for the championship in a row right here. Look at that 01 send it in the corner. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he drove it in the corner. And he gained some ground on the 30 for second. And the 6...
Maybe those extra laps on tires is actually hurting the 30 right now.
I thought the 30 might fire off a little bit quicker, but, man, that 3 car fired off, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
You still, though, 96 of 169, man, you just... Man, the 30's just not getting off the corner like these guys are. You see him coming out of 4 back there or 2 back there? It's like he could. Oh, and now the 30's going to push up. The 01's all over his bumper. Look at the drive off the corner, the difference in them. Now look at the 64 starting to size them back up. Hell, don't count that 27 of Cogswell out yet. He's still in it, too.
Heck, he actually may try to push it to not have to pit again, so he may actually stay back and try to save fuel. That's going to be a long.
Man, that'd be impressive if he could run 70 laps on a tank, man. I'm not going to lie. That'd be about 75 laps right there, Michael.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, that 3 car is just driving away from this battle.
Yeah, 1.3 second lead right now.
I said that 01 was the sleeper coming into the chase, and he's looking pretty racy right now on lap 98. Looks like he's not putting the pressure on the 30 like he was, and the 64 is really putting the pressure on him. 64 able to hold the car down a little bit lower right here. It's not going to work for him, though.
No, and this racing actually back here could be helping Roy right now, too.
Roy's up there in a different zip code. That 64 running a little different line off of turn 4 right there. It isn't going to hurt him down the straightaway. It's actually going to help him a bit. You see the other car I see doing that's the 27 there at Cogswell. Now the 64 is going to dive it down in the dog leg, but it's not going to be enough to clear the 01. I was waiting for a slide job, Michael.
Yeah.
Man,
I just wonder with that bunning him out, does that like slow him down or anything, or not really?
That 30's back in the center of the corner up, and that time he almost got a bumper load of the 01. Right in the middle of the corner. That would have sucked for both of them.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if these guys start gaining on someone and start to put pressure on them to try to pass them, it just pisses the tires off.
Yeah.
And they got to be careful. If they let that 3 check out any farther, they're going to be in big trouble. Remember, this guy's got the same amount of laps on his tires as the 01 and the 64. which is about 3 less than the 30 has. And we already seen what he can do on 10-lap older tires.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they get in their fuel window, if they pit or they stay out.
I'll tell you what, though, you'll get guys that throughout the race they can fill the cars out real good, and they can change their driving style where they can save tires a little bit better. I don't think we've heard the end of the 64 yet. He's the fourth of the four drivers here going for the championship, but, man, he's just been solid on the long run. And we know they're going to have to stop again, right?
Yes.
One more time. So
I mean, that window will open up in the next 30 laps or so.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. You know, and that's going to end it and decide it, Michael. Really.
Oh yeah.
So if there's no caution flags when that window opens up, that's what's going to decide it. I can tell you right now that the 3 is probably not pushing his tires as I'm watching the lead fall away. I think he's managing the gap out of his rearview mirror.
Yeah, he has no reason to push it right now. Let it get back down to maybe a second and then push it a little more.
Just save on the tires a little bit. He's the leader, so he is at the advantage. He's got a 1.5 second lead, and it looked like the 64 slipped up off the corner that time. Michael Mueller, you one-armed it to the pole tonight. And then did the one arm get tired, man? That's the driver of the 51 in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Missed, I haven't had a chance to talk to you lately. All right, so let's take a look at the 3 car. He's up there. 1.8 second advantage for Roy Fernandez. 1.9 now.
Yeah, he's just maintaining that gap right now.
Yeah, I think he backed her down a bit and, you know, saved on the tires. And this guy's in the driver's seat, literally, for the whole championship. .9 second lead. Oh, gotcha, man. I hate it. Hope you heal up quickly, buddy. I was happy to see you make the start tonight. I really was. He said his arm started to hurt too much.
I can see why. This track's not easy on that.
It is not an easy track. The lead is increasing, by the way. Justin Gann's back here in second. He's pretty safe because the battle is back for the 3rd spot, and it's 3 cars.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jonathan jumped into this battle now.
So the 64 right here, well, I'm looking at the 01, but the 64 behind him was putting a lot of pressure on him, but he's backed up to the 27 now. And then Cogswell just got loose off the corner. In fact, I seen the car wiggle.
Yeah, he got pretty sideways there.
There you go, man. Get through the rehab, get to feeling good, and we know what you're capable of behind the wheel. Like I said, out of 15 races, he missed 2, so that was 13 starts that he made. And of those 13 starts, he won 7 of them.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's better than 50%.
Yeah.
And that math's coming from a village idiot. Numbers don't lie. Going to be a strong contender next season, no doubt about it, man. I look forward to it.
Oh, he even showed early in the race tonight. Strong performance starting out.
Oh, what happened with the 30? He let the 01 go and the 64. Strategy?
I think he actually may have got up into the wall.
Or did he junk the tires?
Oh, he got sideways. He didn't put her in the wall, but he got really loose there off the turn.
He had a moment. He was pushing him too hard. That's what I was pointing at, keeping an eye on during these runs like this is, I mean, he might have been working too hard to get up there to that 3.
Yeah.
And he probably seen it like I did. You know, the more gap you let that 3 car open up, the bigger problems you're going to have catching them.
Oh, you want to push harder and harder because you see him getting away.
You got to keep that guy in sights, and I always figure the best thing to do is put a little pressure on him and see if you can make him make a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd say the 30 was definitely wheeling the car. And he's got, you know, let's look at the disadvantage there. He's got a few lap older tires than these guys do. He might have made the right rear angry, and he hung it out there.
Yeah.
And there's the proof of it right there. Thank you, Michael Mueller. Hit the nail on the head. He said the setup's pretty hard to drive. Right rear gets overheated and just goes away. And that's what we seen from the 30. It got overheated and it went away. The problem is, can you cool it down and bring it back?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I don't know if once it's gone, is it gone, or can you come back?
Because if you can, I think the 30 is going to need some ice water thrown out on the track for it. Cool that baby down. Because I can tell you that Fernandez is he's in another zone, man.
He's checked out.
This guy obviously put the time in on the simulator in the past week. And maybe before that. He might have been planning for Phoenix before that.
He may have knew Richmond was a strong race for him, so he's just planning for a while for this one.
I knew last week when he knocked the win off that he was going to be a strong contender here. And here he comes to pit road.
Yeah,
good move.
Cody's coming in too. 64's coming in.
Well, it kind of forces the hand of some of these other guys. Gann's not going to play into it. He's going to stay out right here. But the 64 and the 01 are they're right on board with it.
This is the most important pit stop here. You don't want to speed, nothing.
Well, we know they can. This is it for them. This is going to be their final pit stop. So you're right. You don't want to make a mistake here.
And Roy had a big enough lead. He can be conservative.
He was. He took her right back down to the bottom, and this guy's been doing it right. He gave up a little bit of time there on the entry, but you're right. He had a big enough lead, and the 30's going to stay out. Well, he said you can't cool it down. He said it's so tight it's just snap loose off the corner. At that point, you just got to wheel it. You drive off the corner with the throttle. So what are you thinking now, Michael McCauley? Who are you liking of these 4 drivers right here?
I mean, right now, it's in Roy's hands, I believe.
So we got
actually, Cody's not that far back from him, though. Can't tell how exactly far, but Cody has him in his sights.
He is 1.8 seconds behind Roy Fernandez, to be exact, which is a little less than he was before they pitted.
Yeah.
But, you know, completely different strategies right here with the 30 is he's you know, still out on the racetrack. So we've seen 3 of the 4 championship contenders. They come to pit road at the same time. And the 30 he's kind of playing to the beat of a different drum.
Yeah, he almost has to stretch it out as far as he can now, going this far.
And you can see that the 3 is not far behind him right here.
No,
so
he's fighting.
The guy I can see definitely playing something a lot different is the 27.
Yeah, I mean, he has nothing to lose.
He has nothing to lose, you know, and everything to gain with a win here tonight. So
yeah,
the 27 can be the gambler. The 30 can't.
Oh, the 30's getting loose. He's getting sideways in the turns.
Yeah, I mean, obviously can't do nothing with the 3 here because the 3 only has, 5 laps on his tires?
Yeah.
So that car is going to be a rocket compared to 7-lap-old tires right here. So they pitted at 120. They were just inside the fuel window, probably.
Yeah. As soon as they saw that open, they came in.
So it might be their longest run on tires on this last run, so the 30 might be having a little bit different thinking going on. He might be giving up a little now, hoping he can make up a lot later.
Yeah.
And it might work out for him. I've seen that work before, but here's the issue with playing that. You're certainly playing the long game because now you have your 3 biggest contenders in the points for the championship tonight have all got their lap back and have fresh tires. So that's the chance you have to take. I mean, God forbid with this many cars that there'd be a caution before this thing got over. But what if, in fact, there was, Michael McCauley?
Oh, that'd make it interesting here. Would you wreck someone to win it?
Would it change it all? Most certainly it would.
Oh, it would. It would change everything.
You don't wish that on anybody, though.
No.
Not even for the benefit of a great broadcast on a race would we wish that on anyone.
No. Only when I'm in the race and I need a caution, I'm praying for a caution.
You think anyone's screaming for it right now, though?
Oh, both Justin and Jonathan probably are trying to screaming for one right now.
I imagine anybody but Roy Fernandez is screaming for one.
Yeah. I mean, even Cody might not because they're teammates. I mean, they finished 1-2. I mean, that's pretty good for 2 teammates to finish the season 1-2.
All right, Gann's on pit road right now. 10 laps after.
He came in hot there.
He's got to make up time, man.
Yeah.
That's the problem, though. I mean, you have to be very disciplined to do this.
Yeah, so he has about a 40-lap sprint on these tires.
For it to work out, you can't overheat the tires too quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't push it and make a mistake. Because if you make a mistake, it's all over. So Cogswell's going to stay on board with them and come to pit road with the 27. So he's on the same cycle there as the 30 is. And Fernandez is going to reassume the lead by 1.3 seconds. So he hasn't extended the gap much, but I think he's probably driving the mirror right here.
Yeah, and he's going to save his tires. There's no reason for him to push right now.
He's got 1.5 seconds over the 0-1 and the 64, and this is a battle that we've seen happen before between these two cars, and the 64 is the one that looks like he's a little bit better on the longer run.
Yeah. 64's been in a lot of battles tonight. Almost every battle he's been in.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, Michael Mueller. It just, I don't know. That 3 car though, you kind of can't do the same thing as the guy. He's been on a different level, so, and I think maybe Justin was thinking that there. He's got 10-lap newer tires coming to the end of this thing, but man, I mean, let's take a look back at how much you give up to get it. 11.683 seconds behind Jason Wells. So that's, in fact, 12, almost 13 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to make up.
And we've seen 10-lap difference in tires between the 3 and the 30 before. And there were less laps than that, Michael. Less laps.
Yeah. Yeah, right after that caution, Justin only had 3 laps on his tires.
Yeah, so different strategies for sure, and maybe he has figured something else out on the track that I didn't see, and none of us know, but we'll find out because the laps are ticking down, man. One caution flag slowed us tonight when the 18 car took on the inside wall. And I'd say the inside wall won that battle when it removed the front end off the 18 car. So that was the biggest, toughest battle we've seen tonight, I think. This guy hasn't really been battling.
No.
He's been leading a lot.
Clean air.
Clean air, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, that clean air can be tough from time to time.
Yeah.
Those guys aren't going away back in second and third, though.
No, he's probably hoping they get side by side, though. Let them abuse their tires and everything.
But I'm wondering if the gap is a mirror gap. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really changing at all.
I mean, is the 3 able to save on his tires here? That's the question. The 64's definitely been working on it to get back up to that 0-1 and try to work his way around them. But, you know, when I told you there's drivers that can just learn as the race goes on?
Yeah.
On what the car wants? That 0-1 right there in second, Cody Sleeper is one of those drivers, I think.
Oh, for how this race started and he fell back, I was like, it could be a long race for him. But no, he's definitely recovered from that.
He got her figured out quick, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you need to do. He's managing. I mean, he's in second, and he's staying about the same distance back. And I'm going to tell you, the 64 looks like his right rear's gotten unhappy. Gans made up 2 seconds in the 30.
I don't think he's going to have enough time.
We are 139 to 169 right now. That's 30 laps, man. So these guys still got 30 laps to go on these tires out here. And that's going to put them at 51.
Yeah, close about 51.
They can go that far, can't they?
I mean, yeah, they should, because, I mean, Justin's done it, Jonathan's done it.
Yeah,
I think Roy even did that run stretch.
Yeah, we watched Cogswell go 50 or 51, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what's going through Roy's head right now. What's he thinking? It's probably going to be the longest 30 laps here.
Well, I mean, the lead's dropped off a second right here. You don't think these guys are going to have to save on fuel a lap or two, do you?
They could. I mean, I could play into Justin's hands because he's down to 9 seconds now.
Yeah,
maybe Justin knew what he was doing.
Just under 9 seconds. He might come out looking like the genius and making us all look bad.
Yeah.
The question is, how hard's he driving it? We seen him toast the right rear on the last run.
I'm going to ride on board with him here, see what he does. See if he's pushing or not.
We'll both go on board then.
He's really not working the wheel too hard, though, right now.
No, it doesn't look like he's stressing the wheel too hard. You can see on the exit of the corner, though, where the car's trying to step out some.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that right there.
That's going to wear your tires quick, too.
Yeah, the struggle on that right rear, Michael Mueller was right, and it's there. Take a couple laps on board right here with Justin Gant. He had a completely different strategy, though, and I mean, that could either go one or two ways.
Yeah. I mean, he had nothing to lose at this point, and it was either try strategy to do something different or
he's got
stay with everybody else.
25 laps to make up 7.5 seconds at Phoenix here if he wants to win the race and win the championship. And we knew when it started, to win this championship here, you were going to have to do what?
Oh, you're going to have to win.
You were going to have to win the race, and a lot of times, let's face it, after Richmond on a short track, Fernandez had to be a favorite coming in.
Yeah.
We've seen what he could do there on old tires. And knowing, what Phoenix is coming in, we knew that he would be a tough one to beat. He's stretching the lead out again. I think when we watched that fade back some, he was saving on tires or something a little bit. And I believe he's dropped the hammer now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, way up the racetrack, though, right there. All four of these drivers are pushing it hard. It's not just for the race win tonight. It's for the entire season.
Yeah, you can't hold anything back now. It's time to go.
1.6 seconds is the advantage the driver of that number 3 car, Roy Fernandez, has over second place. 22 laps, 21 and a half laps to go. This race has been slowed by one caution flag tonight. Only one. And in 21 laps, out of 169, that number is small. 21 to go when there was 169 to go when we took the green. So
it's going quick.
It has gone fast, no doubt about it. And he's going to get the 20 to go with a 1.8 second lead. I'm kind of liking the advantage the 3 cars maintaining. But let's go back to the 2 guys that haven't really gone away. And the really impressive one right there is that 0-1 of Cody Sleeper. Like you said early in the race, Sleeper looked like he was in trouble. He went the wrong way, which was backwards. And he's got it figured out, man. And he's got that thing up in the second position. And he's one slip up from the three car away from, taking a championship for himself here, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over yet. It's far from over.
And then we go back to third, and that's going to be the 64 of Jason Wells. And Wells he's a guy I like when it comes to the long distance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's really good on the long runs. We've seen it on a couple of runs ago towards the end of that run. He just really good on the long run. So the 64 can't be counted out.
Yeah, I just wonder if any of that damage on the right side is affecting any of the handling of his car.
And it makes you wonder on this last run who's saving what and who's got what. Who's got more tires? I think the 30 has the most tires out of all 4 of them. And we're going to get back to him now. He's been closing that gap, but, man, he's still back there a ways with 18 to go. He's still 5 seconds behind Fernandez, and he's 3 seconds behind Jason Wells.
And if he catches the top 2, the Cody and Jason, that's going to slow him down too.
So we know he's got 23 laps on his tires now. The right rear's going to start screaming at him pretty soon.
He's actually hitting the apron going into the turn now.
Hey, shortest way around. Shorten the track up, right?
It may help him turn too. If you're tight, that may help loosen it up, get around the turn too.
It looked like the last lap, though, he lost a little time to the leader. The leader was a tenth faster than him. Wow. The leader pulled 1/10 on the driver of the 30 that last lap, Michael.
That shouldn't be possible at this point.
So we're going to watch this lap. And that was a good lap for Justin. He was 0.3 faster than the leader that time. But Roy's staying very consistent, which means he's not making mistakes. He's got a 1.8 second lead with 14 laps to go when they cross the line right here. Oh, the 0-1 has a moment. He was completely sideways out of turn 4. You go back and look at that one, Michael McCauley. He maintained second, but man, you don't think that these guys are just on the ragged ass edge. That's where you're going to see it.
Yeah, he didn't really get out of it either. He kept it going.
Man, he stayed in the gas pedal. He maintained his position, and those guys got company, though, coming up behind him by about 2 seconds, and that's Justin Gann. 12 laps to go when they get to the line. Gann might catch these two. I don't know, though.
Yeah, if he catches, he's going to make quick work, though, if he wants any chance.
Exactly.
Go after Roy.
But I can tell you that their tires are getting really tired at lap 38. 0-1, a little loose again out of the corner. Man, he's going to have a battle to stay in the second. And I'll tell you, the guy that really taking advantage of all this, and that's Roy Fernandez in the 3.
Yeah, he's liking what he sees in the mirror right now.
He's 2.1 seconds ahead of this battle. He's still got 4 seconds on Justin Gann, and the laps are winding down, man. When they cross the line this time, they'll have 40 laps. These first 3 will have 40 laps on their tires, and there's 10 laps to go, or 11 laps to go.
Yeah, I wonder if fuel's going to play into this.
The 0-1, though, got the car settled back down, and he's opened up a couple car lengths on the 64 once again. I think if it did have anything to play with it, that might have been when the 3 backed up to these guys.
Yeah.
Because he backed up to him, and then it was like he dropped the hammer again with about 23 to go.
Yeah, he's stretching it again.
I don't think Fernandez has really left any doubt that he can make it on fuel, in my opinion.
No, and he may have knew Justin had fresher tires, so maybe he was saving them just in case Justin got up to him.
I think he did, and we've seen him do it. I seen him do it at Richmond, So we've seen the guy do this before and make it work out for him. And really, I mean, coming into that last round of pit stops, and for most of the race, it's pretty much been Roy Fernandez.
Yeah.
But the surpriser here is that 30 car, Justin Gann, so dominant during the chase. And definitely has a fast car here, but, man, I think he's drove the wheels off that thing tonight, Michael.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen him, like the 0-1, we've seen him have a moment. And we should have got Michael Mueller to come in the booth, too. Then like our race analyst. He was in the race tonight for a while. Well,
yeah, let us know how the track was and everything.
I'll tell you guys, with 8 to go, he might catch second and third. I don't think there's no catching this guy up here. I think it's definitely Roy Fernandez, driver of the 3 cars, championship and race to lose.
Yeah, all he needs to do is keep it on the track, and he should be good.
It's going to be 6 laps to go when he comes to the line this time. Oh, he's in Discord. Let's go grab him. I didn't even think about that. Michael Mueller, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, bro?
Oh, man, I got the Michael and Michael in the booth with me tonight.
There you go. So now you're in good company.
You can't go wrong now. We got a whole professional crew set up.
Yeah, now you're doing decent.
All right, so 5 to go. I mean, I'd ask you who your pick was, but I think it's pretty obvious at this point.
Yeah, I mean this is pretty sealed here. I mean Roy had a great strategy. I mean this is good with him. I mean it ain't gonna go anywhere unless something drastic happens.
Yeah, 1.7 second lead, less than 5 laps to go now, and that's all it comes down to. 4 more laps in a season, 4 laps for a championship, and you think the three's nerves might be working on him a little bit now?
I don't know if he can think about it, to be honest with you. I mean, with how this car is on tires and how the front drives and how the rear drives, I mean, he's got his hands full right now with tire wear and fuel. I mean, it's pretty easy to save, like I said, but I mean, I think he's more worried about keeping the 4 tires under him than the championship currently.
Well, I think we're going to see a battle for third here before this thing's over, because Gann in the 30 has caught the 64 in the 0-1. But without a caution flag, there's no way anybody's going to even get close to that 3 car.
No, I mean, I think Justin's going to have a hard time. I mean, tires are pretty evened out here at this point.
Speaking of that, Gann was sideways off of 4.
Yeah, I mean, everything's pretty even. I mean, he's catching them obviously because newer tires, but everything's pretty even now. Even trying to make a pass is going to be super tough.
I think like we talked about before, and you even chatted about in YouTube, that I think he just put himself too far back there.
Yeah, I mean, he had to have pit right when Roy pit to even have a chance and hope. I mean, he going that longer, I think 10 laps you said. I mean, he gave up way too much time.
Yeah, 13 seconds almost, and he's made a lot of that up, but it's certainly not enough. And I'll tell you, next to you qualifying on the pole, this guy right here, Roy Fernandez, in the 3 car has been phenomenal all race long. He's going to take the checkered flag. Not only will that 3 car Roy Fernandez be your race winner, but he's also going to be the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series champion. So a whole season winds down just like that, and Fernandez able to close the deal and win the championship. But man, great race in the 0-1 Cody Sleeper. We watch him struggle early, Michael McCauley, and Sleeper recovers and winds up in the 2nd position. You got Jason Wells in 3rd. Justin Gann's going to bring it home, a hard fought. Damn, that was a good one.
I was going to let that one go for a second.
Oh, no. There ain't no letting that go. You don't hold those things. All right, so a hard-fought 4th place. Let's find our champion and our race winner. He ain't in the waiting room yet, but man, this driver's got to be excited right now, and we got to hear the excitement in the voice, right?
Oh, he's got to be pumped.
Roy Fernandez, we got you up in the broadcast booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Hey, yes, sir.
You did it, man. 169 laps coming into here. You back-to-back wins at the end of the season to get it done. Tell us how the confidence level was boosted. Was it boosted any coming into Phoenix after the Richmond win?
Yeah, I think after the Richmond win, we figured we'd have some pretty good strategies going forward. And once again, we had the same scenario where we sat down, figured out our marks, what we got to do to make it, and it played off really well. And sticking to that strategy and just knowing when to hit your marks, that's all we had to focus on, and that confidence from Richmond definitely carried over, man. It was great.
Well, I don't even have to wait for the points to update. You are the Hyperdrive Cup Series champion.
Well, I believe Justin may have gotten it. I think I only got a win tonight.
Oh. I thought it was reset at 0 going in. No?
Nope, it's
No,
not.
he got bonus
It-
points for the wins, didn't he?
Yeah,
So
he got
Justin,
bonus points.
okay, you got me on that. Thank you. I didn't
No
realize
worries.
that. I didn't realize that coming in. I thought it reset when it went to the 4, but he got bonus points for the wins. So coming in 4th, he's going to be the champion, and you're going to
Yes,
be
sir.
the
It would've
race
been- it would've
winner.
been nice.
You were fighting for it.
Heck yeah, it was.
I think you needed a few more points there. We're going to see how this how the points shake out at the end. But you and Cody Sleeper, that's your teammate, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, you guys, good strategy tonight from both of you.
Heck yeah, we definitely figured it out, man. We worked together as a team, as you should, and figure out what works well, what doesn't, when to be aggressive, when to hold back, when to get the car to do what you needed to do. And tonight we got it done, P1 and P2.
Well, that's how you do it, man, and that's great teamwork. And I got another driver with you guys in the booth tonight, Michael Mueller there, and he if you'd had 2 arms, Michael, you might have given him a fight.
Yeah, man. I mean, it'd been nice to be out there with these guys, but I'm super proud of Roy here. I mean, he drove a heck of a race, and I was doing all I could early in the race just to keep him behind me and hold the gap, and it's just super quick. I mean, you're super quick, you're consistent, and you know how to keep the tires underneath you, and realize that it is 169 laps, and we don't got to win it on lap 10. I mean, you did a heck of a job all night. Good job, buddy.
I appreciate it, Mike. It means a lot coming from you with having 7 wins this season. So I know you're the top dog in the league.
That's
far
a pretty
as,
big
racing,
compliment.
so it's pretty awesome to hear it from him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, Mike, you'll be back next season, and we'll race it out like we always do, and be side by side. Hopefully, have some really good finishes for this broadcast next season.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am too, actually. Roy, you got anyone you want to thank while we got you in the booth, buddy?
Yeah, I always got to thank the teammates, Cody, Swift Motorsports, CSRF Motorsports. Obviously the wife upstairs. I always got to thank her, and you, Vern, for putting on a good show tonight. Swift Motorsports. It's a heck of a league, a lot of respectful racers. We wish it would have been a little bit more during the chase, but it is what it is. We had a heck of a season, and we'll put on even better show next season.
Well,
Can't wait.
you put on a heck of a show last couple of weeks here, Roy, without a doubt, man, and I'm looking forward to watching the 3-car next season.
I appreciate it, Vern. Thank you.
Yep, congrats on the win, buddy.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
Roy Fernandez, your race winner. We're going to do these guys and then go ahead and grab our champion. I should have paid attention to how those points reset here. And I missed it, that there was bonus points for wins.
Yeah, nothing's updated yet either. So
And nothing's updated yet, so I couldn't catch it. The problem is I assumed. And assumptions are never good usually, but I thought it reset. But it gave bonus points for wins or something, which changed it. So
they are updated. They just got updated for you.
all right, so we're gonna move. We're gonna get our second place finisher in real quick. Cody Sleeper, we got you in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
I think that 3-car, the driver of that 3-car might be a teammate of yours, but man, after the first run, you were figuring something else out or something out during the race. Tell us about it.
Man, it took me a while to figure this track out. Phoenix is a tough track for me. I think it's a tough track really for anybody to be consistent at because each turn is a little bit different, especially with that dog leg there. Yeah, I mean, it started out pretty rough, but glad we could bring it, with second place.
Michael McCauley, what was there, about 10 to go when we watched the 0-1 dirt track it off of turn 4
Yeah, that was a
one
heck of
time?
a save there you had.
You had it completely sideways there, Cody, and you save it and you bring it home second tonight. How was the right rear? Tell us the last 25 laps or so, how that right rear feel.
It started to degrade there pretty fast. And surprisingly, my right rear, was at like 90%. but I just think those tires were super hot. You know, they were pretty slick, and you know, it was a handful, that's for sure.
Did you think you might be able to pull that 3 in, or was he just that good, Cody?
You know, I don't think I would have been able to. I was trying, you know, I was giving her everything I had just to stay in front of Jason and Justin, because, you know, I wanted to get a 1-2 finish, you know, with Roy, but I didn't have anything for him tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, congratulations from us up here, driving it off of turn 4 the way you did with about 10 to go, and being able to hold the 64 and the 30 off was a pretty impressive move, Cody.
Hey, man, well, I appreciate that.
And you were the sleeper coming into this thing, and you made it to the final 4 here.
Well, that's you know, it's always nice to live up to your name.
It's actually your name. I was
Yep.
just able to take advantage of it. And I think I did that on the original chase. I think is the first time I'd mentioned that. And well, it was for good reason. You
Oh yeah.
you snuck your way in there. You really did. You say you keep it under the radar. And you're real good about being the under the radar guy that just pops in 4th place, you know, or 3rd place or 5th. You go right where you need to go to get to the next level. And you played that out perfectly, man, and you finished 2nd in the race tonight. So, Cody, it's been a great chase for you, buddy.
Well, hey, it's been a pleasure, you know, to be on the stream and be broadcasted, you know, by you. It's always fun, you know, the race, and then it's always fun after the race, kind of viewing the stream and looking at, you know, the race from a different perspective, from different angles, and the commentary, you know, is always great as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that those compliments there, and man, congratulations. You guys put on a great race tonight, and you do each week in and week out. Cody, you have anyone you want to thank while we got you up here, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely. So first, you know, throughout the season, Roy and I worked, you know, together pretty hand in hand, trying to figure out strategy. And I think that paid off, you know, throughout the season quite a bit. So I got to thank Roy. You know, I got to thank Justin for, you know, having this league. Don for always giving the great speeches before we hit the track.
He's
and
good at
everything
that,
like
by the way.
Yep, absolutely. And just, you know, everybody else that's involved with this league. It's, you know, one of those leagues that I think is going to be very, very great, you know, for a long time, as long as we keep it going. We've got a great set of drivers here. And then lastly, you know, I guess second to last, I got to thank my girlfriend for letting me come down here. You know, every time I get the booth, I got to thank her. But yeah, and then lastly, I'll thank you, Vern. Like I said before, you always do a great job with the stream.
Well, and like before, I want to thank your girlfriend for letting you come and race with us tonight. I know that
Yep.
early in the relationships like that, you know, the girlfriend and fiance statuses, and then early in marriage, it can be tough. And ask me how I know this. But I know this, so I want to thank her. I don't know her name, but she's watching. Thank you. And
Jessica.
okay, there you go, Jessica. There's your shout out.
Yeah.
So Cody, go spend some time with Jessica, buddy, and good run tonight.
All right.
And
All right. Well, thank you so much, Vern.
I'm expecting good things out of you next season.
Yeah, we're gonna be back next season, that's for sure. And we're gonna try to maybe bring a little bit of that luck and consistency, you know, with us to next season too.
There you go, man. That's a good outlook. We'll talk to you later on, Cody.
All right. Well, thank you.
So that was our second place driver, Michael McCauley, Michael Mueller.
Yes.
You one of you guys want to do a third place driver interview here?
Yeah, it don't matter.
If you're comfortable enough to, it's up to you.
Yeah, I can interview.
We'll do that, and then we'll get our champion up here. Jason Wells. Oh, go ahead, Michael.
Yeah. Hey, just Buzz, Mike. How's it going?
Not too bad. How are you guys doing?
Good. So, how was the race for you tonight?
Well, it was a lot more fun tonight. I got kind of apologize for my comments last week. I was must have been on my period or something, but I don't know who you were talking to last week. But tonight was a lot more fun. Finishing third and sliding all over the track and keeping it under control. And I mean, I really enjoyed tonight. I'd like to thank Justin Gann and congratulate him on the championship.
Yeah, it looked like you were in a lot of battles tonight. Every time we put the camera on you, it looked like you were in a battle. You with Andrew at one point. You and Cody were battling it out. You and Justin. It seemed like you were in a lot of battles tonight.
I really like I did it in another league. Someone told me winning's fun, but when you can like drive through the field, even though I started fourth tonight, it's just so much fun to actually race someone back and forth. It gets very frustrating when you're way faster and just can't get by the guy in front of you. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a fun race to watch. Do you think you had anything? If it went green, well, not green, but if you got a caution or something, do you think you had anything for Roy or not really?
I think I had a better chance if it stayed green. Once I tried to save tires a little bit, but I know that doesn't really work for me. You just gotta go, go, go. Because once you get stuck behind somebody, it's just really too hard to pass.
Yeah, no, it definitely seemed like it's a one lane track around here.
Yeah, I try to roll the top a little bit, try to just get on the right rear corner panel, but I just couldn't make it.
Yeah, well, congrats on the third place. Anybody you would thank for this race, or anybody you want to mention?
That's, congratulations to Roy for the race win, Justin for the championship, and you guys for the broadcast. You all do a great job.
Yeah, thanks.
Jason Wells, congrats, buddy, on the top three there and being in the final four in the championship, man. You awesome job all season long.
Yeah, thank you. I started coming a little bit towards the end of the season, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to take a break during the summertime, and hopefully, you guys will have me back in the winter.
Well, I'm sure that when you're racing, we'll get you up here in the booth quite a bit because you're definitely a good racer and you know how to bring that thing home up in the podium a lot, Jason. So, congrats, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so now we're going to get the champion. Justin Gann, we got you in the broadcast booth.
Uh-oh.
And I lived up to my name in the top left-hand corner of my overlays where it says Village Idiots.
Yeah, I've heard. But you know what? We didn't really discuss how the chase goes anyway, so.
No, we didn't, and it confused me, but apparently it didn't reset like I thought it did. So, you did it, man. It all season long, and I said it before the race. Dominant during the chase, honestly. When we go back and look at it, I think you had 2 wins throughout the chase. Is that right?
Yeah, I think the only 2 wins I got all season was in the chase.
No, you had 3 wins this season. You won 1 during the regular season, and you ended up with 2 in the chase. But what's remarkable about that is you were second in 2 others?
Oh yeah.
You were first, and I believe it was second, and then 4th here tonight. And those numbers are hard to beat.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, once we got Michael Mueller out of the way, and I had to go over there and break his arm. And,
Oh, here we go.
Is that how that worked out? Is that how
That's how I get my wins. I mean, I don't mess around.
You do it the right way. You take the guy winning out. Man, I'll tell you, it was going to be hard for anyone. Even if Michael Mueller would have had 2 arms, it would have been hard to beat you in this chase.
Yeah, for sure. I thought I had the right strategy there when those guys short pits, 10 laps early. I was like, I wanted to pit, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to risk it and stay on my strategy and hope it works out. But as soon as I got behind Jason and Cody, man, it was just a wall. I could not get past it.
Well, I'm going to tell you that, and I'll be the first one to admit it. I don't think we were on board with that strategy there, Justin.
Well, you know, that was my original strategy before the caution, and it looked like it was working out pretty well. I caught back up to Roy, and then and yeah, I don't know. I should have pit 5 laps after them instead of 10.
Yeah,
That's what I
within
think.
5, definitely within 5. When I seen those 3 hit pit road and you stayed out and then you stayed out again and you stayed, I'm like, oh my God, how many more is he going to stay out?
Yeah, I was going to 40, and again, I should have done 45.
Yeah, if you look at where you finish and you had caught those guys, Cody and Jason, you had caught those guys. So if you would have backed that up 5 laps, you'd probably been around those guys and catching the 3.
Yeah, for sure. I won't make that mistake next season. That's for sure.
Well,
You know, it's the new package, man. The air really plays a big role, and whereas before, you know, the tires I felt were more of a factor, and you know, as long as you had the fresher tires, you can get by no problem. Well, you can't do that anymore. So
Well, you could gamble it a little bit different too, because I mean, you had a little bit of a cushion there, so you could play a little bit different strategy than those guys could there, Justin, and that's fine, man. I mean, it worked out for you nonetheless. You were dominant throughout the chase, in my opinion, and you're the champion, and that's what it takes to win a championship. You did exactly what it takes.
oh yeah, you know, I always say consistency is key, and you know, I can be pretty consistent with my top 5s, and uh, that's what got me here this season. But you know, I might as well announce it uh, while we're on broadcast. But I'm going to put it out to the league tomorrow. But we're going to change the way our chase layout is going to be for next season. This will be for you, Vern. So you know, there's no mistakes next season.
I appreciate that.
But anyways, we're trying to have more participation in our chase, and I think a lot of the leagues struggle with this. So we're going to go ahead and go to a 16 driver chase next season, and at the end of that, for the final championship race, we'll actually have 8 drivers in the chase for the final race with equal points. So that's going to make for an interesting chase, and I think we'll get more driver participation out of it too.
Absolutely. I think that's a good idea and a good plan. And man, you guys, the important thing is I didn't need to know your chase strategy, honestly. Only the drivers over here and the admins needed to know it, in my opinion there. So that worked out fine. And I got to literally live up to my name tonight, which is even more awesome. And I'll take that as a win because I haven't made that big of a mistake all season. So I had to wait till the last race and save the best to last. And now I'm going to see if Michael Mueller has anything for you.
Oh man, this guy, Justin. Buddy, it's been a great, honor. You started up this league and you invited us over, and I was kind of hesitant. I'm like, maybe brand new, we'll see. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a great time. I mean, all year was great time. It was consistent. So we'll see next season. Well, I'll be back, and I hope we can run it out. I hope we now you really threw me for a loop with this new chase. So
oh yeah,
we'll have to discuss that one a little bit. That's gonna be interesting. So
you made it. You made it.
Season,
it's gonna make it interesting. It's gonna be a lot of fun to broadcast that too.
That's gonna be a lot of cars in that final race.
Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for. We appreciate it, Michael. We work really hard behind the scenes, and you know that. And we try to listen to the drivers and make the changes that that we can for the drivers. So that was one of the requests that a lot of drivers were wanting, and we took that and we came up with the chase layout that we came up with, and there's more to it besides what I just told you. But I'm going to put that out to the league, and that's going to be for more driver participation also. So the main thing is we get the drivers out there to make for for better racing, for a fun race, and a clean race. So we've got the drivers, we've got the quality drivers that we're looking for. We just need to keep them on the track.
Yep, just keep the attention span there, and you definitely are on the right track for that, man. It really has been a great season, and being up in the broadcast booth to watch these races, and I can count literally just barely off of one hand, and maybe one or two fingers on the next how many cautions there were the entire season. 15 races. 15
That's
races.
one thing, that is definitely one thing that we pride ourselves on, and we're also going to get a couple more drivers in here to show Michael how to drive.
I'm ready.
Because apparently we don't have any in this league right now.
Well, I learned something tonight too. If next season sometime, if you got to mess his other arm up, he's pretty good up here in the broadcast booth as well.
There you go. Yep. Yeah, because honestly, after both arms are gone, it's the legs, and then he won't even be able to get to his computer.
I mean, this is 2021. There's got to be technology out there somewhere to help me out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it Elon Musk that was working with a monkey who was playing games with his mind?
Exactly. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There's hope for you.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know about the whole mind thing. I mean, I am from Florida, so we'll see about the whole mind game thing. That could be interesting. So
yeah,
that's too much work.
I'm from Florida too, and I think that's where the Village Idiot come from, up by my name.
Look, we'll just have to call him Michael Monkey Mueller.
Hey, you better watch out next season. By my name, I'm gonna put a monkey above my name.
Just tell him, Michael, I think we've been sunbaked too long.
Exactly right. We've been out in the sun.
So Michael McCauley, we got him in the booth tonight, and thank you, Michael, for all your help, buddy. You did a phenomenal job the whole race. But you have a few words you want to put in? I know you've been watching some of these.
Yeah, no, the races that I've watched have definitely been entertaining. Definitely going to tune in more next season. Maybe if Vern lets me, I'll be in the broadcast booth a couple times next season. Hopefully I didn't script the broadcast too much tonight. But
man,
no,
you did
fun.
awesome.
It was definitely entertaining.
Oh yeah, it's nice having you up there in the broadcast booth. Vern always puts on a good broadcast. So again, between the broadcast and the drivers, we've got a great thing going over here. We want to make it a better place, and season 3 I think is going to do that. So looking forward to it, and looking forward to another season with WFO, and we'll do it again.
We're definitely going to do it next season, and you can come in the booth anytime, Michael McCauley. You did a great job tonight. Yeah, I mean, I had to show him how to watch a race on iRacing, but it's okay because I explained all that in YouTube at the beginning of the broadcast, so everybody could hear it on YouTube. So if anyone else had any questions on how to do that, they know now, right?
It's a how-to video.
We did a how-to video, right? We did a how-to video at the beginning, and it's a lot better way to watch a race, isn't it, Michael McCauley?
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier.
But in Michael McCauley's defense, you've been on iRacing for what, just less than a year now?
Yeah.
So you're kicking butt, man. You're learning it. It's taken me all these years, and I still messed up.
I mean, honestly, that's the great thing with YouTube, though. It's like, you don't know it, look it up on YouTube. Right there it is. You'll find it somewhere on there.
Right? Somebody will teach you something, won't they?
Oh, yeah.
Even if you're sick or hurt, you can heal yourself.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, I definitely probably wouldn't be watching videos on how to do stuff from a guy with Village Idiot under his name. That's the guy I would avoid for that kind of tutorial right there. But man, it's just been an awesome season, and to crown you the champion tonight and to call you the champion, Justin, is awesome, man.
Oh yeah, I'm ecstatic, man. It's been, like Michael said, it's been a great season. For me to get the championship in my own league, it's amazing. So there's definitely some tough drivers here, and it's going to be hard to get these championships, and it's only going to get harder as we grow.
Yeah, thank you for having me in the booth all season long and allow me to drag a couple of guys up here and there. to commentate with me. But Michael McCauley, thank you, buddy, for joining us in the booth tonight and bringing some fans over.
Yeah, no, at least if I can bring more viewers, that's here to help anything out.
He brought us some watchers in, and I think they were liking what they were seeing too. They were chatting it up pretty good for quite a while there. So that was
That's what we need.
That was a good thing. We got to keep growing that side of it. And then Michael Mueller, I think we found another talent for you, buddy. You're an awesome driver, but you're pretty damn good in the booth too.
No, thanks, buddy. I'm always here. If I'm not racing and beating up on Justin on the track, I'm here to help.
I have a feeling next season's going to be pretty exciting, pretty interesting.
That's going to be a good one.
I'm hearing a little bit of a rivalry between you two.
Oh yeah, it's always fun, man.
Oh yeah,
it makes for great racing.
So, congrats on the championship. Thanks for having me over here. I do want to thank the admins as well. Andy Starcher, Don Kidder. I could probably name some more admins, and Justin, you might have to, because I know that Andy and Don are. Who else do we got?
Oh yeah, we've got David up there now in the booth. David Medina, he's going to be helping out in the Cup Series next season. We are looking for a few more admins, but we've got people in the background that definitely do a lot for this league. You know, Nick Hunt, Andy Starcher, Don Kidder, Darren Clement. You know, we've got a bunch of guys back there along with our admins, Gary Wells and Roy Fernandez. Of course, you've talked to him quite a few times. But everybody's putting everything they have into this league to make it what it is, and it's just been an amazing season too. You know, we're still a new league, and I feel like we're growing big. So that's the plan, and that's how we're gonna go forward.
That's awesome, man. And like I said, I knew who, two of the main ones were admin in there, and it's just been a really phenomenal season to be up in the booth and to watch this kind of racing in the Cup car. Not just any other car, but in the Cup car, and really the Premier Series on Thursday nights with the Cup car. And it's phenomenal group of drivers, great group of admins over here. And man, you do a heck of a job. You drive in the league, you own the league, you have a lot on your plate, and you're able to put it all together and win a championship, and that's saying a lot right there, Justin.
Oh yeah. Now the fun comes with the registration. I know you know how that goes.
Yeah, don't remind me of that.
Yeah, email is filling up, and so tomorrow is open to everyone on iRacing to join in with Swift Motorsports. Tonight's the final night for current league members to get in and sign up and reserve their numbers before these new drivers start coming in. So if you guys haven't reserved your numbers yet, make sure you're doing that, because tomorrow it's going to be free game.
Well, I finally learned how to do something towards the end of the broadcast here, because I check my messages. I don't have it dinging on Discord anymore when I get a message, so it don't disrupt the broadcast. But towards the end of the broadcast, you're going to see it. I got the picture of it, the Season 2 champion.
Oh, there it is. Yep,
30
I see
car
it.
Justin Gann. So we got it on the stream for you. You can snippet that little bit out when you download it. But thank all the viewers for tuning in tonight. It's been a lot of fun all season long, and it's just going to grow from here for the broadcasts and for the league and the series in general. So we know that, and we're gonna. We'll see more numbers next season, I'm sure.
Yep, and actually seeing that reminds me, I definitely have to give a shout out to Steven Ayers over there at Ayers iRacing Paints. You know, he does all of our winter circles and does some of the paint schemes for the league members over here. And Michael, he definitely does some stuff in the background too. So again, thank you guys, and I'm looking forward to working more with you.
Stephen Ayer's the one that sends me all these. So every one of the chase brackets and everything I've got, I mean, he's been the guy that has sent me all that. So thank you very much for that. And if you can do that next season, that'd be awesome too.
Oh yeah, he's looking forward to it. So
He does some pretty pictures, and he builds those nice playoff brackets, which are nice to put up on the screen too, and let show everybody what's going on, and kind of like a video tutorial that you can show people. Like it's like having a chalkboard.
oh yeah, it's really nice. It's cool to have these graphics on here, and he puts in a lot of time and work to get them right.
You can tell, and it's like you could almost, when you have one of those brackets up, it's like you could almost slide names over from the slot of 12 to 8, and then slide 4 of those over to 4. So just really cool how he did that, and I appreciate him sending those brackets to me. And man, again, thank you guys for joining. Michael McCauley, you got any closing comments you want to make?
No, just once again, thanks for having me up here, and like I said, hopefully next season I'll join you for a couple more races.
Michael Mueller, you have anything you want to say?
Congratulations to all the Swift champions for the whole year. I mean, it's a great group of guys, great league, and we're only going to get better from here on out. And drivers are going to come in, and we're going to get even better competition, even better broadcasts. So racing's going to get a ton better, and I'm just super excited to see what the future holds. And thank you to Justin.
That's awesome. And Justin will give you some closing comments here.
Oh yeah, I just want to say thank you again to all the drivers, the admins, the broadcasters, just everybody who's made this league what it is. So appreciate it, and can't wait to do it again next season.
Well, no better way to go out than that. Interviewing the series champion for the Cup, the Hyperdrive Cup Series of Season 2, and just like that, we've come to the end of a broadcast and the end of a season. But we will be back for Season 3 pretty shortly, and I think the racing's going to be heated up. You and Michael Mueller get a little bit of a thing going on there, rivalry, and something about a guy's arm getting messed up. I don't want nothing to do with none of that. I didn't hear none of that. But that's the kind of racing you can expect. It's just going to be really good. And thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe. What are all them things they need to do, Michael McCauley?
Like, subscribe, hit the bell, get notifications.
Comment
all
if
that.
they want to, anything like that. But
Yeah.
the notification bell, any of that. Thank you so much. It's been a great season. Justin, thank you. Michael Mueller, thanks for coming in and having fun with us tonight. And Michael McCauley, man, I can't thank you enough for coming in and enjoying the broadcast and the race with me tonight. And that's going to do it. We'll see you next season. You'll get the notifications, but have a great night. And, heck, get on iRacing and have